21st century China is growing at breakneck speed, but so too is the nation's weight. As China goes global, street life has given way to modern life, and street food to fast food, much of it rich with fat and sugar. 21% of restaurants in China today sell Western-style fast food. In China's 8 largest cities, including Beijing, 50% of people eat fast food regularly. But is too much unhealthy fast food the only reason that many Chinese are becoming overweight? Hello? I've come to a traditional wet market in Beijing to meet Professor Li Liubai, a nutritionist at Beijing University. Over the last year or so, the Chinese government has closed down many street markets like this because the chaotic scenes here are considered unflattering to the modern image of an Olympic city. But many locals, like Professor Li, still shop here for its fresh produce.
I do shopping for my family,
right.
For my son
Yeah.
of 15 years old
Right.
boy,
Yeah.
and my husband, he is a vegetarian.
Oh, he's a vegetarian?
Yeah.
Which is quite rare in China.
No, increased.
Really?
People increased because of many people worried about their to suffer from heart disease.
Professor Li is also a government advisor on dietary management, and she believes a changing diet in China has contributed significantly to the nation's weight gain.
20 years ago, we only eat meat, generally pork or mutton during festival. Now, every day we can eat meat.
Now, Dr. Li, we've got lots of milk here, dairy produce, but traditionally that wouldn't have been part of a Chinese diet, would it?
Before, we feed the child with soy products and some porridge, rice. Now, with the development of economics, the milk increased.
And what about the old diet?
We've got tofu, it's very traditional bean curd.
Traditionally, we Chinese eat this to supplement some proteins.
So this is protein but no fat.
Some fat.
Some fat.
Healthy fat.
Healthy fat. Okay.
Yeah.
After all the hustle and bustle, it's time for a rest. I've seen so many simple but healthy foods the Chinese traditionally eat. Does a richer diet actually serve them any better?
20 years ago, we just ate 3 meals, almost all of them from carbohydrates. And now people eat more animal foods. So about more than 10% of adults in China, Chinese are obese now. And about 15% of children and adolescents are overweight.
China has this problem with obesity, but to be frank, when you look around, ordinary people don't look that fat. Why is that?
Because of body composition are different from that in Western countries. So even if we are very fat, from outside you cannot discriminate this is obese people or normal weight.
But how exactly is a rich and modern diet affecting the health of the next generation of Chinese?
Well, I've just arrived at the Beijing Elementary School, where they've started a program to get overweight kids to do more exercise. So every day they're coming into school early to run through some exercises to help them lose weight. It feels pretty tough. This is stretching places that I haven't stretched for a very long time. The Teacher's just given us the fourth set of 25 dips, and it's really starting to hurt. And my knees certainly aren't as flexible as those of my young friends. I think I'm going to have to give up at this stage. It's pretty hard work too.
And if such vigorous exercise is not going to keep their weight down, I wonder what's keeping it up.
Hi, Bill. All right, now I want you to do me a big favor. I want you to take a pen and a piece of paper and write down your 5 favorite foods. And I want you to be honest. Tell me the things that you really like to eat, okay? Okay. 你喜欢喝啤酒吗？
非常喜欢。
非常喜欢。谁给你喝啤酒？
那我爸小时候，那我妈给我喝。我爸不是拿一瓶嘛，那时候让我爸睡觉去，结果让我爸不带我，我全给喝了。喝完了直接藏起来了。结果我爸起来一看，说啤酒怎么没了？我说被我喝了。
那爸爸跟你怎么说呢？
那我爸说以后你别喝，你不能喝太多。
是不要喝，这
啤酒很好喝，很好喝的，扎啤很好喝。对。
With the children's food wish list, it's time to go and do some shopping.
Here we've got some sweet bread, some biscuits, we got some fatty pork and some steak, some nice healthy yogurt, but this is full of sugar. Traditional Chinese dumplings, but these are straight out of a factory. And we've got a whole row of chocolates. Deep fried chicken. Hamburgers and sugary soft drinks. Well, we've got our shopping now, and I'm going to go back to Professor Lee and see what she's got to say about this.
All of these foods are all children's favorite. I think I'm not surprising about it. This is chocolate, right?
The children's food list proves Professor Lee's point as a nutritionist that the nation is gaining weight on a sugar and fat-heavy diet. But as a mother herself, she confesses the reason behind teenage obesity in China is social as well as economic.
We only have one child, right? And all of our hopes are added to his shoulders.
Right.
You know.
Over the last 3 decades, China's one-child policy has produced a generation of spoiled little emperors who've too much to eat and too little time to play.
Many parents push children to learn more things, more skills from very young age. Generally, we from 4 years old, they will learn piano or something. Some parents give reward children with foods. If the child asked for it, we generally do not refuse.
If we don't do anything about this problem now, how serious will it be in the future?
Now about 1 in 4 teenagers in big cities are overweight. If we do not do anything to control this situation, after 10 or 20 years, we will reach the high level of overweight or obesity, just like Western countries.
And China is fast catching up with the West in influence and prosperity. But it's also paying a price for its own success as millions of Chinese have fallen victim to a rich and often unhealthy diet. But is there a future for traditional Chinese food, be it a street dish or a family meal, that's fast, tasty and healthy too? I've come to a chef's training school in Beijing for the answer. Master Chef Lee here has revived an old street dish, stir-fried rice noodle with less oil and lots more vegetable.
heat here, you can really feel it coming off. Flames, watch your eyebrows. And now the aromatic herbs, the garlic, the spring onion, the chili. Again, you can smell that coming off. It's incredibly rich flavor, and it's amazing how quickly it cooks. And there in goes the cabbage. Giving it a quick stir, never letting it stop for 1 second on the wok. And in with the rice noodles. Again, swirling it all up, mixing it together so that all those flavors combine. And now the sauce is a mixture of salt, sugar, some Chinese wine, some soy sauce, of course, and a little bit of oil. And the smell is incredible. Really rich and coming off so quickly from the dish. Just a little bit of oil to finish it off. And the chef was telling me just now that it's also important for the sauce to remember the color of the dish. This is all about a visual feast, not just a feast for the stomach. And there it's done. And that's all in a matter of a minute 30. Chef Lee is going to give me the honor of tasting this, and it smells fantastic. It looks very good too. Let's see how it tastes. It was fantastic. Frankly, I'm just going to have to carry on eating.
And now it's my turn.
Well, I've now realized one of my ambitions, and that is to become a Chinese chef. And it's something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. In fact, that's why I learned to speak Chinese in the first place, because I always wanted to be able to order Chinese food in a Chinese restaurant. Now I can cook it as well. Well, we've pretty much come to the end of our journey through Chinese street food. It's been a journey through which we've seen an awful lot of change.
China is a country gone from famine to feast in less than 25 years. Some of the changes have been good, some have been bad. But one thing remains constant. The Chinese people love their food, even if it comes at a cost.